Sleep has clarified very little for me. Maybe some music will help me think. I can't say that the Greybeards have been unhelpful. After all, they have taught me how to use and control this new ability, power, what have you. But they've been short on answers for what I really want to know. In fact, the only one who will even speak to me is Arngeir. The rest won't even say a single word. Arngeir said that this is a gift from Akatosh, a gift from the gods, but that it's up to me to figure out what Akatosh wants me to do with it. I have to figure out my own path. And I have no idea where to start. It occurs to me, actually, that perhaps there are lots of Dragonborn out there. Maybe there's nothing special about me at all. It's just that since the dragons have been gone, no one has known about the ones that are out there. Well, I'm not sure if that's a reassuring thought, but it's something to consider anyway. After all, if Akatosh had some special purpose for me, don't you think he would find a way to let me know what it is? Like, for example, having the Greybeards tell me. That would be useful. Maybe what I really need is to talk to a priest. So where can I find a priest of Akatosh? I know there's apparently some connection between the Dragonborn or the voice anyway, and Kinnereth, but somehow I doubt that Danica Purespring is going to be much help. She seems way too preoccupied with other things going on. That reminds me, I'm going to have to go back to her the next time I visit Whiterun and return that knife. It seems the gods have many things they want me to do for them. At least, some of them are willing to tell me what those things are. Anyway, it's time for us to be going. Let's see. Let's get my backpack and my hood. It's awfully cold out there. And I guess I'd better go armed. Hopefully we won't have too much more trouble on the way back down the mountain. Well, there's Iverstead. Coming down the mountain has been a lot quieter, a lot easier, and a lot more peaceful than going up. I even managed to snag a couple of goats on the way, but now I have to decide where I'm going from here. I think it's time for me to say goodbye to Iverstead and start heading to Riften. Even if I don't know what Akatosh or Kinnereth or any of the divines may want from me, I do know what my mother wants, and that, at least, is a clear path. The next step on that path is Riften.
What is it now?
Wilhelm said he saw you speaking to one of the pilgrims on the 7,000 steps. I told you that I didn't want you to go up there.
I know what you said, but I only wanted to speak to him for a moment.
Well, it stops now. That's fine.
I suppose he wouldn't be happy then if I spoke to her. I wonder what problem he has with pilgrims. Excuse me.
My daughter's driving me crazy. So forgive me if I'm a bit on edge.
Okay. I heard you were talking to her about pilgrims in the 7,000 steps. Anything you can tell me about High Hrothgar?
They call it the path to the monastery to 7,000 steps. Can you imagine? I'm not certain if I could even make it to the top without collapsing from exhaustion.
Well, I was just up there and you'd probably be able to make it, but you'd have to be careful. It's not the steps that are the real danger. The real danger is, this troll that's living up there.
Just get out of town as fast as you can. Nothing for anyone.
Fortunately, I managed to slip past the troll again on my way down. Didn't have to deal with it directly. This time it didn't see me at all, didn't chase me or anything. Ah, hello then. Again.
When I passed by Journeyman's Nook, I met a college wizard who was trying to brew a more potent ale.
Is that so?
If that's what they teach at the college, I should have become a mage.
Yeah, maybe that sounds like a good plan. So, how's everything with you? It's been a few days since we've had a chance to talk.
Feeling a bit nostalgic. 10 long years I've been on this journey. I want to return to Riften, but at the same time, I don't want to see it end.
So if you've been traveling for 10 years, do you have any interesting stories to tell?
I have a few, if you'll indulge me. In my journeys to the north, for instance, I found a palace with domes painted like the night sky.
Really?
There were towers that touched the stars overlooking oceans as blue as sapphire. Yet the true jewel lies in the pit of the city dungeon.
Oh? What do you mean by that?
Inside one of the cells is the most beautiful damsel you will ever lay your eyes upon, but her voice is dirty with pain. She had been beaten and tortured. Yet through it all she faces those who greet her with dignity and pride. Yet I sense beneath her tough veneer that there was a twinge of sorrow, not for herself, but for those on the battlefield she cannot save.
Interesting. I don't suppose you have any idea what she was in the dungeons for. Any other stories you can tell me? Perhaps one that's a little more cheerful?
Sure thing, friend. Let me tell you about my days as a brawler. It was sans dusk and I had spent my last coin on a bottle of cheap swill. I was
Excuse
still
me?
young and foolish then, and spent gold like a skiva eats cheese. To earn some money I took to brawling in the taverns. The gold barely paid for the healing potions I needed to cure my broken bones.
And how did you manage to earn enough for food and shelter in that case?
Well, I bought so many potions the local alchemist took pity on me. She gave me a recipe on how to make new ones. Of course, idiot that I was. Instead of learning how to make the potions, I sold the recipe.
Really?
Then I went back to the tavern to brawl, and I lost it all to some big Nord cow. I was such a fool.
Yeah. You know, tavern brawling's never a really great pursuit. Sometimes it's necessary, I've seen it, but it's not going to make you friends with the owners of the tavern.
Farewell.
At least not most of them. I do have to say, my friend Gerlob, she owns the inn that I was working in before I left to come up here to Skyrim. She does like the occasional good tavern brawl, but too often and she's gonna kick you out for sure. So she may have tolerated it a couple of times from our friend over there, but probably not for very long. Well, we're going to have to say goodbye here soon. Let's figure out what we're going to take with us. Let's see. I suppose we should probably take most, if not all, of this. We can sell some of it on the way, or when we get to Riften, that is. I don't know about the dragon bones and dragon scales. Maybe I can find another caravan to sell them to. I don't think I want to sell them to any city merchant if I can avoid it. Of course, this is all assuming that I have enough room to even carry it. It's awfully heavy. Barely. Well, let's do a little bit of cooking. Cook up those goats that I got on the way. It's a nice leg of goat roast. Problem is, I don't have enough mead to cook any more with that recipe. So... I guess I'll go for this. And I am out of salt. I should have gone for this one instead. I'll have to buy some more salt next time I get the chance. I don't think there's anything else here that I should take with me. I should leave the rest of these stores here for Mother. Except... I kind of want that drum and flute. Okay, there's the drum and the flute. I guess we'll be on our way. All right. Oh, the carriage isn't here anymore. I was hoping I might be able to catch a ride, but I guess that's too much to ask for. Looks like we're walking.
What do you need?
Oh, nothing. I'm just continuing on my way. Take care of the village while I'm gone. In spite of the rain earlier this morning, this is a nice day to be traveling. Maybe we'll even do a little more hunting on the way, though, to be honest, I'm not a great hunter. If the goats up on the mountain hadn't been so tame, I wouldn't have had a chance at getting any of them. Oh. Hello there. Fancy meeting you again.
Yes?
I just saying hello. I was wondering how you were doing since we last met. Actually, I had a few questions. You mentioned your family a bit, and I was curious. Do you know what happened with your father?
I don't know. But my mother's silence told me more than I need to know. All I'll say is this. There's a special place in the afterlife for those who abandon their wives and children.
I cannot say I disagree with you about that. Though... I also wasn't exactly abandoned. Not by my father, anyway. Well, what about your mother? How did she handle all of that?
She was a capricious woman with a passion for life. Even in her later years, she tells stories about art, adventure, and love. She told me Avruza used to be the same, but tragedy and war toughened her resolve. Most people who've lived hard lives, they're always worried about the future. But my mother always lived for the present. What's tomorrow but future's past? And what's yesterday but ancient history?
Yeah, to be honest, she doesn't sound like any of the dark elves I know.
Indeed. She was from another time. Her love had no limit, and her heart belonged to all. But children of war and famine, our hearts belong to no one.
I hope that isn't true. Well, I suppose that's all the questions I have about your family. Thank you for indulging my curiosity.
Very well. And what of you, traveler? Where do you hail from?
Well, I come from outside of Skyrim, and one day, soon I hope, I will return there.
You and I are alike. There will come a time I visit the ash-fallen lands of Morrowind, only to yearn for the snows of Skyrim.
Well, it was nice talking to you.
Safe travels.
And to you as well. She seemed a bit more friendlier today than she was when I last met her. Whoa. Oh, no, not a bow. Garm. Yeah, don't give me that smug look. Nice job, dog. Got him before I even got a chance. And... maybe I shouldn't be carrying that much meat with me. In fact, I really ought to eat something before we go on any further. Let's see... I want something to drink, too. Actually, let's have... What do we want today? Maybe some of that salted meat. A little bit more. And that made me thirsty, so... that should do it, I think. And that lightened my load enough that I don't feel quite as overburdened. Okay. So I guess we should be heading this way to the east. And that'll get us to Riften. The day's so nice, I'm even picking flowers. What is that? Oh, it's another spider. I don't think we're going to be able to avoid this. Good grief. Garm, don't chew on the spider. I don't think that's going to be very healthy. Oh, poor little fox. Well... even just that one little fox pelt is enough to be too much. Okay, what am I gonna have to drop to get this show on the road? Let's see... What do I have that I don't need? I need those. Well, I don't really need this linen wrap anymore. Really, it's too old to serve as a proper bandage. It'll fall apart if I try to use it for anything. Okay, I really need to pay more attention to the road. And stop picking so many flowers. Okay, Riften's that way. I can't resist. Hello there, friend.
I'm on my way to Windhelm to join up with the Stormcloaks. Ulfric has the right of it.
I see. So, at least Ulfric has some supporters in the Rift. Uh-oh. That's not good. No, I don't want that. I want to use the longbow, I think. Ah. Easily taken care of. I'd better not try and butcher this wolf. The meat's not very good anyway. And it's really more than I can carry right now. Until I get a chance to talk to a proper merchant and... Is that running from something? I don't think so. Yes, I really need to get a chance to talk to a proper merchant and sell some of these things that I don't need. Ugh. Am I even going the right way anymore? Let's take a look at the map. Looks like I have a choice here. I can either go around along the river, or we seem to be close to another road, I think. Is it? Yes, down here. This way will be a little bit shorter, I expect. But also maybe a little more dangerous. Less traveled. What is that? Oh, for a moment I thought it was another spider over here. Maybe a small one. No, some kind of root. What? Good grief. No. Not going to bother with any more wolf meat. Even if there are an awful lot of wolves around here. Okay, looks like we've met with the main road again. Is that some kind of architecture down there? I'm a little curious. Not gonna go too far, just want to see what this is all about. Maybe some kind of... Oh, I see. These are... those pipes. Well, I've never seen any in person, but I think these must be Dwemer ruins. They're half buried in the ground and they've got steam coming out of these pipes. We'd best not stray into that. Even if I wanted to. I've heard horror stories about the kinds of things that still lurk in there. strange machines that spit steam and... Whoa! Time for the sword. Stay off of my dog. Nice. And I see... Oh, it's still wriggling. Well, Garm, I can see that you can handle a wolf no problem. These spiders are actually a little more difficult. Huh. This place may be very pretty, but it's not very friendly. At least the wildlife isn't. Is that another... More wolves? Ah, missed. Garm, be careful! I'm so... Oh, finally hit one. Good dog. Maybe I should just keep my arrow ready. What's that? Oh, I really shouldn't be straying off the path again. But this looks like it might be... Actually, it looks like it might be a fort. I don't know. Oh, wait a second. That architecture. Hello? Anyone here? It's locked up. Either there's no one around, or they don't want to be bothered. I guess I'll leave them in peace. And get back up to the road. I'm really a little bit too curious for my own good. Oh, it looks like we've reached the lake. Or is it just more of the river? No, look. You see that, Garm? I think that might be Riften. Oh, not much farther then. I'm definitely ready to take a break. We've been traveling for hours. Well, there appears to be some sort of settlement maybe over here. So wait. Is that Riften? Or is that Riften? Oh, no. I don't think this is it. Though there's a guard. Let's put away the bow so they know that we're friendly. Hello, friend. No, I think this must be some sort of private estate. Maybe we'll visit there once we are a little bit more familiar with the city. There's a farm up ahead. And there are guards here too. Let's just stop by and say hello. Hello, friend.
My husband and I were just recently married.
Oh, congratulations.
I'm originally from Cyrodiil, but I left there after I had a falling out with my family.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear about your family. Oh, it looks like they're heading inside. I think we'd best be on our way. Maybe if we come back in the morning we can have a little chat, get to know this couple a little bit better. Oh, this definitely has to be Riften. And just in time, too. It's getting awfully dark. Huh. Hello. Well,
Hold and stand down. If you want to get into Riften, use the north gate. This one's closed.
really? Why? What's going on?
My orders are to tell the riffraff to use the north gate. That's it.
Riffraff? Please, could you make an exception in my case? It's getting dark and I'd rather not go all the way around to the other side of the city.
No. You can use the north gate, or you can head to the next city.
Alright. Fine. I guess we're going around.